good morning, and welcome to Small Business News. I'm Ryan Howe with Summit Business Guides, and let's get into today's news. Again, for those who don't know, I do this live every morning between 7 and 8, kind of varies depending on my client workload when I get up. I got to take care of my clients first, and then we'll get to you guys. So with that, got to pay the bills, right? So with this, again, summitbusinessguides.com, you can learn more about what I do to help small businesses. Again, lose frustration, gain freedom, here to help. So with that, there has been a steady state of news articles coming out now, which is right in the business media. They're going to do this to where they're going to start talking about the latest thing in order to get you to click on it, to take advantage of small businesses who are possibly struggling or worried about getting run over by somebody else that is going to use this brand new tool and be able to handle these things. And this, basically 6-7 months has been AI. And now it's finally made it down to the point where it's accessible enough for where they can start marketing to small businesses to take advantage of them. Now, with this, what I would caution you with, again, this AI and you see here is businesses are an example here. So I just went to small business marketing because that's where they're going to hit you with first. Because as we saw in ChatGPT and other items, the AIs that have come out, they can easily produce copy that will be, pretty good for the most part. The issue that you're going to run into is that if it's that easy to create that type of copy using AI, and everybody's using AI to create their copy, how are you going to stand out in that sea of, basically sameness with everyone? So the thing with AI that I just get cautious small business owners about, it isn't a magic pill. You just can't take, put stuff in, give me a marketing campaign for, my product X. You have to make sure you understand what the inputs look like. And for that, there's specialized services you pay for with that. But even then, that's still in its infancy. And for the most part, my concern that I always have with folks whenever they're getting these new things is like, how are you going to measure effectiveness on this? So with that, let's get into this piece here. So I just went to Google News and I hit small business marketing because that's one of the things where, my biggest concern is with my clients that I have is, all right, you want to spend money on marketing? Great. How are you going to measure it? How are you going to measure if your marketing is ineffective? What part of the sales funnel is it hitting? Is it just getting you more people more aware of who you are? And how is it then helping to move people down into that funnel, to help out your sales team and et cetera? So with this, though, you go down in the first one here for small business marketing. Businesses are underutilizing one critical tool that could propel their marketing efforts. I wonder what that could be. Let's check it out. It's AI. Yeah, boom. Generative AI. Right off the bat, they get into this piece, right? They give you a whole bunch of numbers and other stuff here that early adopters will have this. And to some degree, that's correct. Yes, the new thing is going to get people's attention for a very short period. But if it isn't delivering value, that's one of the issues you're going to have. So with that, if I continue to go down here, we're going to see AI, 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 AI. And my advice whenever I'm talking to clients, if you see something is constantly coming up, but you don't understand it, but you think it may be able to help your business, understand that you are going to be paying for that education through somebody who, again, there's going to be individuals that, they say they can manage AI for you. Marketing specialists can do that. But, business owners, unless you know exactly what you want to get on the back end of that and how to measure their successfulness, they're going to tell you whatever. You're basically trusting them on blind faith. So again, be cautious anytime you see AI on there. Again, obviously, fine, if there's a way for you to utilize it within your business operations and you can measure it, great. But if not, be cautious about it. AI is still relatively new. They're just saying in the last year they've finally gotten shorter video clips to be better. But that took a full year for that. I think it's going to continue to get better. But end of the day, you want to, before you put any money into AI, even to for marketing efforts or anything else in your business, just understand how you're going to measure it. I know I'm saying the same thing over and over again, but it's so important just to remember that. Now with that, before we move on, I just want to say you can use AI for, again, Chat GPT and others, I've recommended to many clients, use it to build that. What happened there? Oh, sorry about that. I disappeared for a minute there to check into that. Anyways, what I tell them is use that to build your 80% product. To say, hey, this is the way I would like it to sound. At least this is what I'm thinking I'd like it to say. It is there to help and aid, but just understand you're still going to have to do some work with it. All right. And the next spot on here is, again, where I see this when I did my search here after the Fed minutes, basically after the Fed meeting yesterday, where they announced that they plan on cutting. They are, you get this spot here too, with 20 to 24 interest rate cuts likely, small biz can prepare to borrow. And this is off of Forbes.com. You go through this and they're going to say, yeah, go ahead and start borrowing again. And again, what I would go back to all of the clients that I have is anytime prior to borrowing and prior to say, oh, they're going to be lowering the rates. They're not low rates anymore. They're just going to go down a little bit. And that's not going to save your business if your processes are not correct. Don't think just because you can go and find some additional money at a little bit lower rate, if you haven't done the hard work, put in the time and energy to get all of your processes aligned so that they can produce a profit at a higher interest rate. A lower interest rate is only going to basically get you more money to lose money. That's it, period. So just understand that when I see this stuff, these little bits of hopium that they sprinkle in the news here when there's a slight change in the way things are being looked at and forecasted, and these new tools that come out like AI, it's always one of my biggest concerns for my clients. Don't take your time, have a plan for how you want to utilize either AI, or have a plan in place to how you're going to update your operations to effectively utilize this capital that you're going to go and borrow, and have a way to measure it to ensure you are getting the appropriate return on your investment. Specifically with debt, it's one of those things you just got to be careful with, because that is a hit to your cash flow. So with that, I am here every day. My name is Ryan Howe with Summit Business Guides. If you like this content, if you'd like to see more, please go ahead and hit like and subscribe, and I will see